because it was introduced by the British in the Hausa. In Qom, no one smokes. Even if you get 2%, it'll be too many. Okay? So the Najaf, Hausa, now the fuqaha, when you ask them, Agha, smoking harmful, haram or halal, they would say, if it is harmful, haram. If it is not, then it is not. Okay? 2 more questions.
With the point that you mentioned about self-harm, what about matam and...
Good question. Okay. Harming oneself is not permissible, but many times we're allowed. How? Medical treatment. You know, you have operations and you have treatments. Are those allowed or not? All fuqaha, every logic says it's allowed, even though you're cutting yourself and you're harming yourself. Okay, everyone? So there are exceptions in the general rules. Everyone following me? Yeah. Now, the fuqaha say that Imam Hussain alayhi salam has many, many exceptions. Everyone following me? Yeah. If you're all falling asleep, then say Allah. Remember what I said? You're falling asleep. I said you're all falling asleep. Then say Allah. Thanks for telling me. Okay. 2 questions from the sisters and these are the last 2 questions inshallah. Now, there are exceptions. Imam Hussain alayhi salam has the highest number of exceptions. Can I continue another 5-10 minutes? Yes. Imam Hussain alayhi salam has many, many exceptions. For example, it is haram and forbidden to eat dust and clay. Yes, everyone? It is not permissible. Even though it is tahir, it is pure, clean, it is haram. You can't. Even from the grave of the Holy Prophet, to eat dust, haram. From the grave of Imam Ali alayhi salam, haram. From the grave of Hazrat Fatima, Imam Hassan, everyone haram. Imam Hussain alayhi salam is the only exception. In fact, it is known to be khaq-e-shifa. The dust which is for cure. Imam Hussain has many, many, many exceptions from all of them because of Karbala. Okay, one of them is the dust from his grave. Second exception, the dua under the qubba of Imam Hussain salam, you know, under the dome of Imam Hussein's haram, 3 du'as are accepted, granted in Khana Kaaba, and Allah has it, and Imam Hussain salam. Many, many exceptions. Many, many exceptions. In the month in which he became Shaheed, which is Muharram, coming next month, yes? Well, in December, end of December, 18th of December, probably 1918. There is a Viladat in every month. Even in the month of Safar, there are 2 Viladats. At least 1 Viladat. Of Imam Musa Kadhim alayhi salam. 7th of Safar is a Viladat. Even though there is martyrdom of Imam Hassan and the Holy Prophet in Safar, there is still a Viladat. Even though we don't celebrate it, we take it to Rajab, but there is Viladat. Okay? But because Allah wanted to keep this exception with Imam Hussain. But in Muharram, there is no Viladat. There is no Viladat whatsoever in the month of Muharram. The month in which he became Shaheed, there is no Viladat. And the month in which he was born, in Sha'ban, there is no Shahadat. Even in Rajab, when Imam Ali comes. Even in the month of Ramadan, every month, even in Zil Hajj, every month has a Shahadat, except for Sha'ban. Because of Karbala, Allah said, "O Hussein, because of you, the month in which there is your Viladat, there is no Shahadat. And the month where there is your Shahadat, there is no Viladat. With your happiness, there is no sorrowness, and with your sorrowness, there is no happiness." So there are many, Imam Hussain has many exceptions. There is a whole book, 700 pages, called Khasais al-Husainiyya. Specialities of Imam Hussain. So many. Now, Matam is for Imam Hussain. He is Sayyid al-Shuhada. How far can you go? The ulama have said you can go as far as hitting yourself and even cutting yourself with 2 conditions. Harming yourself, yes, with 2 conditions. 1, it should not cause a bad name to your faith. It should not cause a bad name. And secondly, it should not harm you so much so that it can damage an organ or can take your life or it can cause a serious damage. Anything which is regarded as a serious damage. Ayatollah Khamenei did not say it is haram on the first basis, that no, it is not permissible for Imam Hussain. And Ayatollah Khamenei said that sword is forbidden by Imam Hussain Islam. He did not say Zanjir is haram, he said sword hitting the head is haram. Why? He said because it's causing a bad name. With that exception, that all the fuqaha have made, 2 exceptions they've all made. It shouldn't cause a bad name. Because people were making those as videos from Lebanon and they were promoting that, look at these people, they are killing Israelis. They do this to themselves, what do you think they will do to the Israelis? Yeah. They were taking those to the freed states of Russia, Azerbaijan and all, Tajikistan and Uzbekistan, who were a lot of Shias. Azerbaijan has 60% Shias. And they were saying, if you still are Shias, you will have to do. They were not practicing Shias for 70 years because of socialism. And they said, we can't do this. So then he said, okay, no, this is not, we'll have to say that this is haram, and that's why it was on the basis of causing a bad name to their faith. Okay, everyone? So you'll have to look deep into all the rulings. Now, the 2 questions from the sisters. We will have only 1 question from the brothers if there were any. Part of Islam is unity, and if different mujtahids have different rulings on a certain fiqh issue, that creates disunity. What should we do in this situation? Isn't it better to have a head mujtahid, like a leader for all? To the outside world, it makes us look like Muslims have major differences, e.g. different Eid days, Ashura days, etc. Yes. Okay. The setup of mujtahideen is the best setup in the absence of the Imam alayhi salam. Everyone listening? You're not. The setup of the mujtahideen is the best setup in the absence of the Imam alayhi salam. It does not replace the need for the Imam alayhi salam. Even if you go to the fuqaha, they would say, we pray that the Imam comes. The fuqaha do not replace the Imam alayhi salam. You will never have that perfect system until the Imam comes. That's why these differences make you do dua for the coming of the Imam alayhi salam. The Eid, the true Eid will be celebrated with the Imam alayhi salam. The true Ashura in the perfect sense will be only and only commemorated with the 12th Imam alayhi salam. He only truly understands Ashura. He only understands Imam Hussain alayhi salam. He only understands Tadari as it is. He will take the revenge for Karbala and the prophets and the Imam, for Hazrat Musa, Isa, for Jesus, Moses, for the Holy Prophet, for everyone. For the oppression that is happening, for the tyranny that is happening. Okay, he truly understands it. La fitra wala adha ba'da Karbala. Many of the fuqaha, this hadith that says there is no celebration after Karbala. What does that mean? Meaning you will never have a unanimous Eid or unanimous celebration. Because of Karbala, the unity will never come until the 12th Imam takes the revenge for Karbala. Okay, everyone? So this is one of the sisters. The second, can you explain Wilayat al-Faqih and what do the marja say about it? Is it obligatory to follow? Is it obligatory to follow this concept? The fuqaha have dispute on the rights of a wali faqih. Wilayat al-Faqih itself is a concept that means that the fuqaha have vilayat. Vilayat is what is authority. Okay, everyone? I can't just finish it very quickly. I'll have to take a few minutes. Okay. Different people have vilayat over you. Okay, everyone? The father has vilayat over the girl until, if the girl hasn't been married previously, then she cannot get married without the permission of her father or paternal grandfather. Yes, everyone? Until she is declared independent in the society, that she makes all of her decisions herself, then she can. A young girl cannot get married without the permission of her father. The father is wali ab. He is named, according to the fiqh, wali ab, meaning he has vilayat on her marriage. You have wali mayyit, the person who has vilayat on the janazah. Who is that? If it is a child, then the father. If it is a woman, then her husband. If it is an elderly person, then his oldest son. Not all sons, but one person. That's called wali. Until you come that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is wali, innama waliyukumullah, the Holy Prophet, the Imam alayhi salam is the wali. Ultimate authority. In the absence